Hey everybody, this is Climber, and today we are going to look at a review for some Therapy Putty. This stuff I got originally because I hurt my finger. I had an A2 pulley injury right here, and so I got some putty to kind of play with to make me a little stronger. But now that I have much less of an injury, I'm still a little bit injured. I've given these guys a try, and I want to have a review. So here's the package it comes in. It's kind of like a tennis ball kind of thing, and it has four different putties. So if you look at the putties, they have four different dudes. There is, let's scoot these back a little bit. Here we go. We got your extra soft, your medium, and then your firm. And basically those are the how consistent it is and like hard it is to squeeze and whatever. But you get these four dudes inside of this this package that we just showed you guys, and then you get this Therapy Putty book, and it's really small. It's a little pamphlet, but I think it's pretty sweet because when you open it up, it gives you a product description, what's included, and a little like guarantee, because you can like sign up for a guarantee and get like replacements in case yours is crappy, I guess. But more importantly, it gives you this page, and this page is like all the different exercises you can do, and it gives you a lot of cool like, oh yeah, hey, here's different stuff that you can do to work on your hands. So there's that, and then it continues a little bit over here. I thought this was really sweet, so that you don't just buy this stuff and then you don't really know what to do with it. They give you a little jumping off point. So I really did like this. That was a good touch. But getting into the actual putties, each putty is 3 ounces. Altogether, this whole package was like $15 on Amazon.com, and so it really wasn't too expensive. And I thought about making some myself, but the argument for buying some is that this putty is supposed to stay the same consistency. It's not supposed to like break down and get crappy to use like as you need it. So I got this stuff because it was like $15, and I'd rather just have the stuff that works if like homemade stuff didn't really work. But I mean, you can make homemade stuff. That's totally fine. So opening up a can opens up pretty easy, and then you just kind of pull this stuff out. I've noticed that when it's cold, like when you haven't been using it, it takes a second to grind up or to kind of make malleable. But I mean, I think that it is true that as you go up from like extra soft to medium to firm, like it does get substantially more firm. And so just to give you an idea, like here's the soft stuff, right? And then I'll take the firm stuff out. And this is kind of hard to like, here, I'll just give this a squeeze, bam, and it's like really easy to squeeze in here. This is much harder to squeeze. And so currently I'm using this one. This blue one is a little too tough for me, so I use medium right now, and that's like right about too easy, and I'm gonna start using this blue one. But man, this one is a good workout for somebody who is totally not injured. I would say like if you are injured, definitely start with smaller. But I really do like playing with this putty because I do have a rice bucket, and I was using that. But a rice bucket is a whole big old thing, and you gotta like plan on using a rice bucket, have it in front of you, sit down and use it. Like this stuff you could throw in your backpack, you could be playing with it on the train. Like I at work, when I'm in meetings under the table, I'm playing with this stuff, and I really can't do that with a rice bucket. And so I do like this stuff because it's very mobile, and there's different activities you can do with it, and you can just like idly play around with it, and it's strengthening your hands. One of the things I like to do is, because I almost never drive myself to go climbing, I'm always getting a ride from somebody. Like on the way to climbing or when I'm done, I use this stuff kind of as a warm up or a warm down to check my hands to make sure that there's no real injuries. Like if you push, since this is injured a little bit right here, like I said in the beginning of the video, like I can feel that a little bit when I push down. And so it's kind of like using this stuff is kind of like a check to say like, oh, okay, squish, squish, squish. Oh, my thumb hurts a little bit. Like maybe I should take it easy on my thumb. And I think that I'm very likely to not warm up if I can. And so I like to add stuff that's kind of fun for me to play with idly so that it's more likely that I will warm up because then I get injured less. But yeah. Since using this stuff, I think I started with the extra soft and it was a little bit hard to work with when I started, but then I moved up to the soft, the red stuff, and now I'm at the green stuff. I really do think it improves your grip, and it's interesting because every time you grab it, it's a slightly different shape because they have those like hand ones that you like squish, 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 and there's like springs that you compress. But I feel like those give you the exact same motion every single time, so it's hard to say like if they train groups of muscles or different types of muscles. But with this, every time I squeeze it, it's a slightly different shape, so you're getting a slightly different workout every time you squeeze it. So I like that idea that the putty is like kind of making sure you train like the sides of your muscles, and like when you squeeze it this way, or even you can twist it or pull on it and stuff. And there's a lot of versatility in the different things you can do. Word of caution, this stuff gets stuck in clothing really easily. So I would definitely say wash your hands before you use it, maybe even after you use it, and don't like set it down on cloth because it's gonna like seep into it. Like here, maybe you can see. If I kind of make it into a tower and then put this here, it's gonna like slowly sink in. And it's gonna do the same thing to your clothes, so be careful. Or if you're in the car, don't like put it on your seat for a second or put it on your jeans for a second because it's gonna like stick to that stuff, or get dirt, pull up dirt. It's kind of like that squishy stuff that you put in your keyboard to pick dirt up, where it's gonna pick dirt up or get sucked into stuff. And so that's something to be careful about, but overall I do like it. The packaging is pretty accurate. It says variable resistance. You got your 4 different resistances, right? Durable silicone. I really don't feel like it's been breaking down over time. It does get a little softer once you knead it a little bit and it warms up, but I'm pretty sure I haven't really experienced it breaking down. I've been using this stuff for like, I don't know, like 2-3 months. Each one has a consistent amount, so that every one of these jars is 3 ounces, and then it doesn't really smell like anything. I've noticed with this one, my hands are a little tiny bit pink when I'm done using it, but I don't really mind. It washes off easily and it doesn't really stain anything. But I really can't smell anything, and as far as it smells terrible or smells like plastic or something like that, it doesn't really smell that bad. So I like this stuff, and it's been helping a lot with my injury on my finger right here. And I really do think that on top of injury prevention, it does help you with making your hands stronger. So what is this? VIVE? I keep saying VIVE, but it's VIVE Therapy Putty. You can get it on Amazon. It's like $15. And I looked through a lot of the different therapy putties for like a half an hour on Amazon. And I thought this one was the best because it had the different varieties and it gave you a decent amount of each one. It didn't give you 40 ounces of one, because what are you going to do with 40 ounces of putty? That's one like all firm therapy putty, and there's 40 ounces. I don't know what you're going to do with that. But this is a good amount, I think, for one hand. Like if you want to be working both hands at the same time, maybe you get 6 ounces. But I just trade between hands. Like when one hand gets tired, I trade to the other hand, and it works just fine for me. But yeah, VIVE Therapy Putty. I like this stuff a lot. Cool.